Since most of us live in Salt Lake, I am sure you have heard of Kat Palmer. She signed up for a class in high school, and she just fell in love with photography when she was 15. And now she runs her own photography business. Palmer grew up in California. She started with black and white photography, shooting homeless people in the streets of LA. She moved to Utah and was just taking pictures for the sake of taking pretty pictures. But in 2006, she got politically angry, and she started focusing on political shooting. Because she did not want to be known as a political photographer, she started focusing on women. She wanted to be known as an artist and photographer empowering women. Palmer said, "I mainly only photograph women. I feel that I'm able to capture and express a part of their soul and personality that a painting cannot truly capture. I have done many different art concept shoots with women concerning violence, empowerment, self-esteem, and loving oneself even without hair." Palmer has won various awards, including City Weekly's award for Best Photographer and the Utah Arts Festival Best of Show award. She started a youth-based program teaching kids. The program is called I Am Art and is held at the Utah Arts Alliance. She advises her students to stay true to you and what you are passionate about. At the end of 2017, my friend Megan posted about how she participated in Palmer's project, Go Home Trump. This sparked my interest in Palmer's work. Kat Palmer decided to organize a protest on the south lawn of the Utah Capitol ahead of President Trump's visit, hoping to provide an outlet for people who feel their voices aren't being represented by our leaders. 113 protesters were able to participate. My friend Megan said, "Why I choose to participate? First, because I love art. I find it cathartic, and I especially love to support local artists. Second, I needed a day to spend a couple hours with like-minded folks who share my concern. And third, I truly believe that history will not judge the Trump presidency favorably. I will hold on to these images for a long time, and in the future, I believe I will be standing on the right side of history in the idea that I spoke against a leader who did very little good for our country. I speak only for myself, and I respect others seeing things differently, but I try to follow the dictates of my own conscience. I speak up when I see injustice and harmful behavior. I call it out." Palmer stated, "We don't have somebody representing our voices right now, right? That's a problem. Sometimes when we feel helpless, we make art hoping our voices will be heard. It's an outlet for people. It's therapeutic because we are feeling lost right now. I tend to keep my political views to myself. However, after learning more about Palmer and through this project, I am much more vocal about my views and have really learned to speak up." Palmer's projects are inspiring and very thought-provoking. I love that she uses photography to speak. The Age of Aesthetics explores the definition of beauty through her photographs and the use of mixed media. She shows 14 women who have shaved their head to show how beautiful women can be without hair. The exhibit is an attempt to provide inspiration to women who are losing their hair as a result of cancer treatments. Beauty is more than skin deep. My young cousin at the age of 26 was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. She is gorgeous and courageous, and she fights every day. I loved how Palmer included personal stories of each woman under their pictures. What images come to mind when you hear the word beauty? My cousin comes to my mind. Palmer told the story of when she was pregnant with her first son. She wanted to tell her own silly secrets like, "My husband does all the ironing and the sewing," or "My floors used to give me anxiety, but now I let my kids eat off of them." But then she realized she wanted to tell bigger, deeper secrets. The only way she could figure out how to tell them was to collect enough secrets from enough women that she could hide her own secrets within an exhibit. Palmer printed up postcards with her logo all over it, and then women just sent in their own secrets to her house. Women get to share their secrets anonymously. I love how Palmer's work is very participatory. She relies on others to help tell her own views, passions, and even secrets. Speak up. I am always encouraging my students to speak up. Last Thursday, I met with a group of students from my after-school theater group, and I asked them, "What should I know about you?" My students said, "I like dogs," or "I like math." Simple, easy answers that really don't tell me anything. Then we worked on our acting for a bit, and at the end I brought out a box full of questions. Some funny, some political, and some personal. The first question: what do you think about bullying? We had a 20-minute conversation where students told me about others being bullied themselves, what being bullied really is, and what is just for fun. I got personal stories. I learned more about my students in 20 minutes than I have in years. Speak up. There are many ways to speak up, and I want my students to be able to have a voice, whatever medium they choose to use. Kat Palmer uses photography to speak up and empower women. She said, "I am an art activist, and I am always finding ways to give others a platform through my art. Art is healing, art is powerful, art is subjective."